The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
According to Geostat, in 2023, compared to the previous year, the volume of business sector turnover increased by 12.6% and amounted to 204.6 billion lari. The increase was observed in the production value of the business sector as well. In 2023, production value equaled around 78 billion lari, which is 8.5% more year on year. The same year, large businesses generated 66.8% of total turnover, while medium-sized businesses generated 15.3% and 17.9% was generated by small businesses. A distribution was slightly different in case of total production value. 46.1% was on large businesses, 24.6% on medium, and 29.3% on small businesses. In 2023, total purchases of goods and services carried out by enterprises equaled 100.9 billion lari year on year, which is 77.5% more, while the purchase of goods and services for resale amounted to 71.2 billion lari year on year. That's 8.2% increase. The same year, the average number of persons employed in the business sector equaled 823.6 thousand, which is year on year 5.7% more than the previous year. Out of the total number of persons employed, 43% were female and 56% were male. Large businesses employed 40.4% of the total number of persons, while around 20% were employed by medium and around 40% by small businesses. The total number of employees amounted to 771,500 year on year, 6.2% more. The total personnel costs of enterprises equaled 17.2 billion lari year on year. That's around 21% increase. In 2023, average monthly remuneration of employed persons equaled 1,827 lari, 221 lari more year on year, while remuneration of employed women specifically was 1,445 lari, which is an increase of 181 lari year on year. In 2023, the trade sector, including repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles, has the highest share. That's around 38% in the total turnover in business sector, followed by arts, entertainment, and recreation with around 31% share, manufacturing with around 8%, construction with around 6%, transportation and storage with around 5%, and other sectors with around 12% share. Trade 19.7% and manufacturing 19.5%, construction 17.3%, and transportation and storage 9.1% held the top 4 places in the business sector by production value. Rest of the sectors had 34% share. Trade, wholesale and retail trade, repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles, manufacturing and human health and social work activities led the business sector by number of employees accordingly, with 28.6%, 11.7% and around 10% share, respectively. However, enterprises engaged in transportation and storage 8.4%, construction activities 8.3%, information and communication around 6%, and accommodation and food services activities around 5% had also a significant share. By regions, Tbilisi and following regions are leading gross turnover. Tbilisi around 79%, Ajara 5%, Kvemukartli 4%, Imereti 3%, Samegrelo-Zemosvaneti 2%. By regions, Tbilisi and following regions are again leading in gross production value. Tbilisi 65%, Ajara 9%, Kvemukartli 7%, Imereti 6%, Samegrelo-Zemosvaneti 4%.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.